Welcome to Plays and Parlays. I am your host, Wesley, along with my co-host, Mike P, and the guru, Louisiana T. So, y'all, the game last night, it was epic. It was an epic game. You know what I'm saying? The game, when it went kind of the way that T said it would go. I figured it wouldn't. But, so the Pacers came out and didn't do what they were supposed to do at home. So they dropped the game to the Oklahoma City Thunder. T, what was your take on the game, and what gave you the inclination to understand this team might turn around and grab the victory from the Indiana Pacers at home?
Yeah, man, that's a good question. I thought the Pacers were out hustled last night deeper into the game that it went. Once it got to the fourth quarter, it kind of felt like that first game, right, to where the Pacers kind of had control at one point, double-digit lead. You were wondering if there was going to be a comeback, maybe. The energy level looked down on OKC. And then all of a sudden this play happened in the fourth quarter. It's the beginning of the fourth quarter. It was Chet Holmgren running to the sideline out to the paint, and you never see him hustle like this, right? So I think that had a really beneficial impact on his team as far as for the energy level being brought up. I mean, he literally threw it off of a Pacer player, got his team the ball, and then goes back down the court and gets a putback jam on a rebound. So it's plays like that really kind of changed the game last night for them. And that one in particular, I looked over, we were doing a show last night, and I looked over at the guy doing the show with this D-Mac, and I told him, I said, remember that play right there, because if they win this game, that's going to be why. And they were still down by 10 at the time. Came back, won the game, and that's what does it. That momentum shift really changes things.
So you're not going to give it to the fact that Caruso did put up 20. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Chet had 15 boards, but that momentum play did swing it at the last minute when the game came down to when the game was on the line. That was a huge play. Don't get me wrong. But, I mean, Caruso's 20 points definitely had to help. Chet's 15 boards along with the play, you know what I mean? Because he's not a guy who you want making plays like that. He's an injury-prone guy. No. You don't want him doing anything outside of, catching the ball, shooting the ball, maybe trying to block a shot. If it's easy, he won't come down on someone's ankle, twist his. You know how it goes. You don't want that happening with him. With Mike, I mean, the game, this series right now is tied up 2-2 at this point in time. It's anybody's series. Going back home to OKC, you know what I mean? 2-2. What do you think is going to happen going forward? What's your take on this? Because you got guys like Jalen Williams stepping up. He had 27 points last night. You know what I mean? You got guys like Shai Gilgeous going to come out and do what he did. Who do you think is going to step up and be the man next game?
Right now, all I'm seeing is a dog fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, at first, I'm just thinking, like, OKC just going to handle them. Same thing. Like, it's just me underestimating the Pacers game, basically, on how it is. Right now, I'm seeing a dog fight. With them being 2-2, I feel like OKC going to definitely take it at home this next game. But honestly, I could see this going all the way, honestly, to damn near game 7. It just depends on how they playing. Both of these teams are fighting. They're really fighting for this ring, and I can honestly respect it. I like how this series is going right now. But right now, I could definitely see OKC handling their business and doing what they need to do the next game at home.
Okay, so you're taking OKC at home right now, because I mean honestly, I thought the Pacers were going to knock them out this last game. I thought this was going to go up 3-1. This was pretty much going to be it for it. But I mean, really, to me, they lost the game more than Oklahoma City won it. The Oklahoma City's will to win was greater. At the end of the day, their will to win was stronger. But Indiana was up the entire game. T. I mean, this isn't like, this was like some type of blowout. OKC was just dominating them. OKC had to scratch and claw its way back into the game, the whole entire game. We got to break this down a little bit. I mean, you got guys like Siakam only put up 20 points. You know what I mean? Miles Turner, he hasn't shown up all series. Halliburton had kind of a quasi bad game for him. He still had 5 turnovers last game. I mean, he didn't get close to his triple-double type numbers he normally does. Matherin didn't even get any playing time, which we had talked about before. The bench didn't even get any playing time. How do you not give your bench playing time? You got guys like McConnell, guys like Matherin who really produced last game, and you pretty much bench them at this point in time. They both, to me, should have had at least 20, 25 minutes in the game. What do you think, T?
Honestly, I was very surprised by the coaching decisions. I know we praised the coaching staff for the Pacers after last game and the adjustments that they were making in game. There were none in this game. But now I will say this, right? From the other side of the standpoint, as far as OKC, SGA took over. in the fourth quarter. Okay,
He
so it's
did
not
not.
really too much that the Pacers kind of fell apart either. I know they were a little bit slower at the end of the game. They were kind of a step behind on the jumpers. They were hitting the hand a lot, going up on these ticky-tack fouls. But SGA really took over in the fourth. He
Yeah,
scored 15 of his
definitely.
points in the fourth. But to your point about Caruso, that was the glue for the entirety of the game, I felt like, that really kind of held OKC in and kept them in it until SGA can catch on and go on that hot streak run in the fourth and really take over. So I think he is the guy that really did give them that energy. And then you add Chet, Jalen. I mean, everybody did their job for
Yeah.
OKC to really steal a win on the road that they had to win, right? That was a must-win game, we said,
I mean,
and they won.
He had 20 points, 5 steals, Caruso. I mean, he shot 77% from the field, 7 for 9.
Crazy.
I mean, you know, it's just he
Crazy.
was just efficient. He was efficient. He plays great. I mean, if you add that in with his defense, he got 5 steals. He pretty much was McConnell last game. He came in and did what he did for them last game. They needed this home win right here. This home win. This wasn't a, oh, maybe we might need to win this game. You had to win this game, and they came in, showed, and proved, but they did not prove to me that they could dominate the Pacers. Mike, this is kind of what we're looking at right here in this series. To me, the Pacers have shown there's no team out there who have shown like that they can come in and say, I'm gonna take this game from you. This is what it is. They haven't shown that to me. What do you think, Mike? I mean, going to the next game, I might still have to. I mean, yeah, the swing is going to go more towards the Thunder because they're at home. They have the momentum. They won the last game. But to me, no one's showing that they can just break the Pacers right now up until this point.
I mean, I can agree with that. I could definitely agree with that. I could say, honestly, it's just the team effort with them working together. Honestly, I don't think it's going to be just one person that's going to be able to do basically like how we're seeing the Pacers doing, where as far as like there's always somebody that's in that game that's going dumb. I don't see that. But then if they work the right way, how they do as a collective, like they usually do with the same fundamentals, I mean, they could do it. And it's always about the atmosphere. It's always about you being at home, that comfortability that comes with it. It's going to be.
Let me pose this question to you. Let me pose this question to you, Mike. So if the Pacers do take the first game, what kind of chances do you give for them winning the series?
If they take which game? The first game?
Take the very next game. Take the next game at home for the next game at OKC. If they take that game, do you give them odds on better chance to win? Of course, they're up 3-2. I get it. They have a much better chance to get closer and need one more game after that. But how would that make you feel about this here? If they can go and take a game at OKC, how do you feel about the rest of the series? How do you feel like it's playing out from there?
I mean, believe it or not, honestly, whether whoever wins this next game, I'm honestly feeling it like it's going to go to Game 7 regardless of who it is. Honestly, I feel like this series is just it's back and forth right now. It's very back and forth. I'm not seeing nobody just going to take it all the way yet. Like just all right, whoever wins this next game, they win the Game 5 or Game 6 or any of this. I don't see none of that. Like just them hitting that. I feel like it's going to go all the way to Game 7. Honestly.
So T, I mean. Mm-hmm. Going into this next game, what do you see? I mean, last game you were right about a lot. I'm gonna give it to you that. I mean, we talked about it. I gave my analysis of what I thought was gonna happen. You gave yours. Yours came true. You know, it was tough to watch happen, but I mean, how I feel, I don't feel bad about it. You know what I mean? I don't feel bad about my pick. I feel like, you know what? I picked the right fighter, but they just didn't finish the job. How do you feel about the chances of both teams going to the next game, and who you think is going to pull it out?
Well, these two have played really well after coming off a loss, right? I feel like they've both played at a very high level coming off a loss because they treat it like a do-or-die game in the next one. They've been like that the entire playoff series. Hell, they've both been like that all season. Mm-hmm. But to be honest with you, I just don't see them keeping up with OKC. Now that OKC has stolen that home crowd back, you know, for the series, that's a big deal going forward for me. I think they're the better team to begin with. I could see that, and to be honest with you, I do agree. I do see this going 7 games, but I don't see the road teams winning anymore. I see this going 7 games though.
If this goes 7 games, I think the Pacers beat the OKC. The only way they won't beat them is if they got to play in OKC. They're going to get foul calls. You got 10 for 10. I think what was Shai Gilgeous was 10 for 10 from free throw. Let's be real here. And then you got Jalen Williams. What was he? He was 11 for 11 from free throw. Who else shot that many free throws when you look over for the Indiana Pacers? Nobody was even close. The closest was Siakam, 8. Turner, 6. I mean, you got Mather had 8, you know what I mean? But come on, man. You got 2 guys on your team here and double-digit free throws. They both made them all too. To give you that, 21 points right there.
Yeah, but the difference is that OKC only had 38 free throws total. You know, the Pacers had 35, right? So I mean, it's a real close game. Whenever you're talking about the free throw line, it's the free throws that were made that were impactful, right? I mean, the free throw percentage I felt like is a big difference in this game too. You know, they were only 75% from free throw line. That's not going to win you an NBA Finals game. So it's you know, things like it's the small 62, details that really kind of screwed the Pacers over. Yeah,
it's 62% versus 89 for the OKC Thunder. That's a huge differential. You know what I mean? Huge. I mean,
so you feel like Game 7, the Pacers will take it if it goes all the way.
I feel like the only reason they won't is they're going to get ticky-tack fouled to death for Shai and whoever else. They're going to be in OKC, so they crowd the energy.
Twice.
You know
Twice, not just once. They're going twice now. If it goes Game 7, they got to win. They got to win one of those games at OKC for sure. I just don't. I know they beat them once already in the series, and listen, I know the Pacers have really surprised me a couple of times this playoffs. I just don't see it happening moving forward. I think OKC just really is kind of turning over a new leaf. That energy level they had last game was better.
Come on, T.
I'm telling you, after we talked about the big thing that it would take for them to win this series was rebounding, correct? After they fixed that, every single game has been right there down to the wire. I think they're going to take it.
And you got to get to me. I got to give that to the Pacers. The Pacers are not what OKC came into this whole playoffs as being. These guys almost won 70 games. This is supposed to be a christening for them. Pacers weren't even supposed to be here. No one believed in the Pacers. The Pacers were like, you know what I mean, Rocky Balboa in the first Rocky. He was not supposed to be fighting. Who did he fight? Apollo Creed? He wasn't supposed to fight Apollo Creed at all. No one knew this guy. At the end of the day, they're here right now. They're at the meat packing plant, punching the meat on the, you know what I'm saying, with the gloves on right now. That's who they are.
Wes, I'm more than willing to give them participation trophy in the finals. They're just not going to win. All right, OKC is going to take it from here. It's all day.
And I'm looking at it like, of course, OKC about to win next game. Indiana's definitely going to win at home in that game after that. I won't be able to just say what's going to happen in Game 7. I don't know.
I want to see it though.
It's going to be a dogfight because it's kind of like when you really look back at it, like I underestimate the Pacers because of how they played all season, but their story of behind it and everything, as far as trying to get it, and then with Reggie Miller and all of that, the story behind all of that and everything, I would want them to do something, but I don't know. I truly don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I just like what I'm seeing right now.
Let me say this to you real quick. Let me say this really, really quickly to you guys. Facts matter. That's all it is. Facts matter. The fact of the matter is, in the last 3 minutes of the game, I think they were up 103-99 with like 2 minutes and something left in the game.
Yep.
This was not like a OKC. OKC was down most of this game. They tied it up late into the fourth quarter. They were able to claw back and tie this game up late in the fourth quarter. So the facts matter. Dude,
the facts is it should be 3-1 then, because the first game.
This is what I'm saying.
The first game was worse. Right now.
This is what. So it's 3-1 who?
It could be 3-1 the opposite way, because OKC had game 1-1. OKC had game 1-1. They threw it. They threw it at the end of game 1.
Crazy right now. What I'm saying, I mean, if you're a superior team to them, and they came into your house, beat you at home, won the first game at their home, took you down to the wire at the next game at home. Let's be real here. They're not showing me that they're a dominant team with this. I don't see dominant play from their players. I've seen dominant play from SGA. Who else? Have we seen?
Who's dominating on the Pacers?
I've seen dominant play from Halliburton more than once. I've seen dominant play from Obi Toppin more than once. You know what I mean? As far as a bench player, not saying that he's coming in there killing the game. He's shown that he put up 17 last game. I think he had 17 and 17 and 8 coming off the game he had before that. If he can come out and produce again, and if any of those other guys really shows up, if Halliburton had truly given him 24 points, if Siakam had given him 24 this game, where I understand if it was a fifth, all of us would be drunk. I get it. You know what I mean? Seriously. But I don't see this team. This OKC team has not shown me dominance on that level. They have not done that with this Pacer team at all. So that's just my personal take on it. Can I say they're going to come out and beat them next game? No. But do I feel like they will? I feel like they have a great chance of doing so. That's just how I feel about it.
But you confident in them getting the series though, basically though, right?
It's tough because they got 2-1, 2 games at home for OKC versus one versus them. They should have taken that last game. That would have sealed the deal. They were
you had the chance to put the nail in the coffin last game. That you really did.
And they blew it. They scored 1 point in the last like 2 minutes, almost 3 minutes of the game, man. And scored one, which was a free throw by Mathurin. This guy, to me, I'm gonna be honest. I gotta question that guy right now. I got questions for Mathurin. Somebody should be asking him some of those questions. You missed 3 free throws in a row. 3 of them, which would have had you guys within probably 2 points or something of the game at that point in time. You know what I'm saying? But you missed the other free throw, would have got you guys within at least 3. Got you guys with at least 3. You missed the free throw. Then all of a sudden you do some weird foul, which I'm like, man, and then they give you, I think they give them like a tech for that or something. I don't know if it was for that, but they got some kind of a free throw right after that. I know that OKC had a free throw, like a free throw. You know what I mean? So you're helping these guys win this game at the end of the day. That's how I looked at it. Like, don't get me wrong, he did great the game before that, but this game, I don't know what he was doing at the end of this game. This game, he kind of blew it a little bit for his team. That's how I feel. And you guys only scored 1 point. It wasn't just on him. It was on the entire team. He scored 1 point. Go ahead.
He never really had a chance to get his feet really on the floor, man. I mean, he only played 14 minutes. He never really had a chance to get a feel for the game like he normally does. It didn't look right with the managing of the minutes for this game. It kind of looked like to me what Thibodeau did with game 4 for the Knicks in the last series against the Pacers. You know, it's kind of like he took a page out of that playbook because the bench wins you game 3. We talked about this the other night. The bench won you the game in game 3. They really gave you that energy shot, that energy boost you needed to take over. And then you manage their minutes like this to where each of them get 14 max. That just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It doesn't make any sense to me either. You have a better bench, I think, right now. They're playing better than than OKC. So you do need to get those guys some time. I don't know what happened with. I don't know how they didn't their shot selection, like you said, was poor in the last 3 minutes of the game. There's no way, man. You guys got to take it to the hoop, try to get some easy baskets, play the clock, win the game. That's all you guys need. I know it's not that easy, but that's what they should have been focused on. You guys are NBA players. It is what it is. But I'm gonna leave it. You guys want to say anything else about this? Because right now I'm kind of frustrated about the game. I'm thinking next game, me personally, honestly, I'm hoping the Pacers pull this off. And I wasn't even a Pacers guy. I wasn't. No. But they made a believer out of me. So Mike, you got anything you want to say about this game?
No, I'm just gonna keep watching and see what it do. I'm done making predictions at this point because it just keep being something that's unexpected every time. So I'm just keep watching the unexpected.
T.
OKC's winning game 5. That's all I'm gonna say at this point. OKC's gonna take it. We'll reconvene after that. We'll give you all the analysis after that.
And this is Plays and Parlays, and we'll be back at you guys.